I'm excited. The whole world's excited, Mary. Everyone's excited. Are you excited? You must be the most excited.
I'm super excited.
Good Morning Gorgeous, this album number 14, everything coming together, timing, synergy, growth, all these really important things that allows you to find that voice to make your best ever music. And I feel like you've been on a journey to make this record. It just sounds like you've arrived at a really important place.
Thank you. That's exactly where I'm at, a really important place, a place of self-acceptance, self-love, continuing to keep growing in that direction. And that's where I'm at.
I wonder like how important it was for you to come to grips with who you have been before you can find out who you are today, and how important My Life, the documentary, everything kind of wrestling with yourself in a different way, understanding what you've achieved in your life and the music you've made and the journey you've been on to get to a place where you feel free. You know, was it important to get those things out before you could do this record?
I had no choice. This record was never going to be ever. I would have never even decided to do this record if I had stayed stuck where I was at. It was too much time, too much self-hatred, too much stuff that needed to change. And it wasn't intentionally done, this album. I had to get through this first to say, okay, I'm ready now. I'm ready to speak from a place of positivity and not always come out with a record that says, oh, woe is me, but come out with a record that says, you know what, I'm tired of being in a box and having to deal with what everybody else thinks of me. What do I think of me? How do I feel about me? I feel amazing. I'm greeting myself with positive affirmations. Good morning, gorgeous. And so this is the first time I've ever come out the gate with records like this.
I feel like there's an unspoken sacrifice, and that a lot of times through the struggle that you put into your music to help others identify themselves and get and move forward, that it sometimes it can be harder for the artist to move beyond that. It becomes almost like a needle on a record that just keeps going round and around and around. Do you look back on some of your records and recognize that in your life?
Well, I'm gonna say two things happened. Yes, it was detrimental to me, but it was also something that I had to go through. It was the process. It was understanding what stagnation is and understanding the feeling of stagnation and understanding that I'd rather go through the pain of changing and moving and evolving than the pain of staying stuck in stagnation. So I had to go through that process to say, you know what, I'm tired of what everybody else thinks about me and what everybody else wants for me. I really, truly want to be happy, like I said on the My Life album. And I really want to feel what that feels like instead of just saying it. So I had to go through the process. And so it was helpful and it was harmful. But I'm glad I had the strength, and God gave me the strength to go through it all to get here.
They call it work for a reason. It's real work. That growth is real work. You don't wake up one day and decide to make a change in your life. You have to really untangle some knots that are tough. I've had to do it. Millions of people. It's great work to do, but it's tough.
Yeah.
When did you start to really feel? Because I can remember exactly when perspective changed for me when I was doing that work initially. Can you remember where you were when the sun shone a little brighter and you started to feel a little lighter and you realized you turned a corner?
Yeah, I was in divorce court. I was in the middle of a divorce, straight up. And that load was lifting up off of me. I mean, I was mad as hell, but the sun was definitely shining, was coming out from behind those clouds. And I realized I had a second chance to get myself together, to get my life together, and to find love for myself instead of searching for someone to fix me or help me with this. So yeah, that was 2016 when I was like, okay, it's me and you, Mary, and we gonna be all right.
How important was, or did it play a role, the fact that you got to play roles throughout the last few years as well and step away from being Mary J. Blige, the icon in your own skin, and actually get a chance to play other roles and dabble in different forms of the arts, just to take a bit of the pressure off of being this kind of icon, Mary J. Blige, playing Dinah Washington, things like that. Was it good for you?
It was great for me. I think one of my best experiences was the Mudbound movie, when I actually discovered that, where that beauty and that self-love came from, because I was all stripped completely down from wigs and hair and makeup and eyelashes and nails and clothes, down to this woman who had to wear plaits and just be this farm woman, and see myself in a picture and say, oh my God, I look terrible. But then get to the set, and men are hitting on me like, yo, what's up? I'm like, what do you mean? Who you talking to? And people are like, wow, you're so beautiful. And that's when I realized that beauty had nothing to do with the things that I'm wearing. Beauty had everything to do with what was in my heart. Because what I saw in that picture was not was not good, and what this character played was not good. But that character helped me, gave me so much confidence in myself.
Wow, so good to see you, Mary J. Blige. This album, Good Morning Gorgeous, what a beautiful sentiment. What an amazing song. One of my favorite performances you've ever done on record. I feel like it was just this incredible expression, this freestyle moment where it all just came out. I love that song. I love the up-tempo moments. I love the track with Khaled.
Thank you.
Really getting in touch with the sound that you ushered in. I mean, you took those original dub plate and those weapons, those DJ weapons, and you made them hit in the clubs and gave them that R&B flavor and made them pop songs and made them popular. It must be nice to be able to sort of go back and feel that energy, because again, it feels like almost, it does feel a little bit like it could have been your second album.
That's a big compliment coming from you. Thank you so much. Well, I mean, that's because I'm chilling. I'm back in my bag. Like I'm in that space. I'm married. What else can I do?
As soon as you began to sing and spoke your truth, there was this timelessness to it. And Puffy did such a good job of making it feel modern and making it hit in the moment. But those songs could have existed in any decade with any other arranger and producer. And I feel like with Anderson .Paak, he is the same. He has this vintage vibe about him, right? It's just so Moorish.
He's one of my favorite artists, and he's so soulful. And I knew when I heard the Malibu album, I was like, I have to work with this. He has an old soul. His spirit is, old. Everything about Anderson is like, that's, stuff our parents grew up on, but he in a younger person. And I just I had to work with him.
Well, Mary, when this conversation is happening, you're taking part in an event. It is groundbreaking on so many levels. This is, and I'm sure you more than anyone understand the gravity of what is happening within this performance of yourself, Dre, Kendrick, Eminem, Snoop. I mean, this is Avengers. This is crazy what's happening here. How has it been just in the build up to this? Can you sort of paint a picture for us on how the experience has been?
Amazing. The rehearsals are, oh my God, like just like everyone wants to be a fan, and everyone wants to come down off the stage and run and watch each other's performances. It's, man, this thing is, it's amazing. People are going to be losing their minds. It's amazing.
Where were you when you got the phone call? Who called you? Dre called you? Like, how did you find out that this was even going to happen?
Jimmy called me. Jimmy called me.
Mary.
Yep, I'm chilling. Jimmy, Mary, got a surprise for you. And Dre jumps on the phone. Yo, Mary, what you think about doing the Super Bowl? I was like, what? Say less. I'm there.
Were there moments when you were getting ready to start working on Good Morning Gorgeous that left a mark on you, that helped guide you into that room? Records you rediscovered, times of day, changes to your lifestyle, things that allowed you to reconnect to your creative spirit in a new way that reflects the changes you've been going through?
Yeah, Good Morning Gorgeous. Just the affirmation came from being in a very, very dark, low place where I was never enough. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't this. I wasn't pretty enough. Nothing would please this person. And I had to speak something positive over my life in order to build my spirit back up, so I can pull myself out of that negative space I was in. So it's just a positive word I had to speak over my life that has gotten me to this title of this album. It wasn't. I don't know if you heard the interlude on the album, but I didn't even want to give up the title. And when I went in the studio to work with her and Lucky Day and D Miles, we were all sitting around. everyone was like, okay, so what do you want? What do you want the song to be about? And everybody's having these discussions about what they want, what they think it should be. And I'm just holding back on the title. I'm holding back because I don't want to give up this story about how I was going through hell and I had to use this to help me. And then I finally gave it up. And then everybody was like, oh my God, good morning, gorgeous. Wow, we love that. And so the whole session turned into a therapy session. Everyone started talking about what they had to say to themselves or what they need to build themselves up out of a negative situation.
Yeah.
So yes, I had to go through a lot of hell to get to Good Morning Gorgeous, because it's not coming from a place of vanity. It's coming from a place of inner beauty and inner strength. And it's a powerful word.
My last question with Mary J. Blige right here. She's back. Good Morning Gorgeous is the name of the album. And one of the other things that's also happening is, you'll be showing up in another way, which is during one of the sort of much anticipated and often talked about ads, but this time leaning into something that is really holistic and really good for people, in particular women's health. And I wanted to just give you a chance to talk a bit about that.
Is to create awareness about women getting mammograms, and for me, what the commercial is about is, if Mary J. Blige can keep this in her schedule, in her busy day of all the things that she has to do, then, I don't want to say that everybody else should, because then I'm being judgmental. But it's about me being able to keep my appointments, to keep my health up.
It's prioritization, right? It's about prioritizing.
Exactly. It's a priority for me. A lot of people haven't arrived there yet, but I'm here. And I'm letting everybody know I'm here. My health is my wealth. And without my health, I can't do this. I can't do my job. I can't, and women, we always put everybody in front of us. And I'm in a place where I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not putting anybody in front of me anymore. I'm putting my health first. Then I'll take care of my job and my life,
Well, listen, it's great to see you. Have a really wonderful evening, Mary. Thanks again.
Thank you, Zane. Bye-bye.